There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance. I choose to do whole body cryotherapy after practices, games, and training. It reduces inflammation in my muscles and allows me to move more agile throughout my profession. I became a believer in iCryo after my severe injury in college at Notre Dame, tore my ACL, and I was looking for ways to recover, ways to get back on the field. So I'm thankful for iCryo.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Parkview Field in downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is Game 2 of the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Series. It's going to go on for a couple more weeks, but today's edition, we've got Woodlan taking on New Haven. We just had Indiana Tech defeat St. Francis not too long ago. 18-1 was the final score there, and now these two teams from the East Allen County School District will face each other. And New Haven is a well-coached team. They're led by head coach Dave Bischoff. He's been coaching since, I believe, the Reagan administration. That's what he told me when I emailed him a few years ago. And he's had a lot of success in his time as the Bulldogs head coach. Back in 2019, he led the Bulldogs to a sectional championship, which New Haven hosted, by the way. They defeated Concordia to claim the semifinal game. I believe they won the championship against Leo. Now, New Haven, I do believe, comes in at 1-4 on the season. They are coached by head coach Mark Coos. And it is Woodlan who will be the home team and New Haven who will be the visiting team. Here's the starting lineup for New Haven. Sam Golden, the shortstop, leads it off, followed by Jordan Johnson. Connor Cannon is the third baseman. He bats third. Mason Nook is the catcher. He bats cleanup. Jackson Turnwall is the center fielder. He bats fifth. Max Beats is the designated hitter. He bats sixth. Colin Wycliffe is the first baseman. He bats seventh. Keon Wheeler is the right fielder. He bats eighth. And Braden Kunberger is the left fielder. He bats ninth. And so here is Sam Golden to lead things off for New Haven here at Parkview Field in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is, of course, the home of the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. I believe they're the Class A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. That's obviously a long distance between San Diego and Fort Wayne, Indiana. Golden squares to bunt on the first at bat. And I think he got a piece of that one and fouled it off. Starts out with an 0-1 count. New Haven just 3-15 a year ago, trying to improve things, but only won once so far this year. There's a ground ball to the right side, hit to second. And the throw to first is in time from Woodlan starting second baseman DJ Gehrig. So here comes Jordan Johnson. Just gave you an idea of the defense with Gehrig being at second base. First baseman is Austin Snyder for Woodlan. That pitch is called a strike. Gehrig, the second baseman, Austin Stevenson, the shortstop. Dawson Leedy is the third baseman. That's the infield as Johnson puts down a bunt. It's right back to the mound. And the flip to first is in time. Carter Canablo getting the out over there at first.
Third baseman number 21, Connor Cannon.
That will send Connor Cannon to the plate. There's one thing about bunting is you always want to make sure that you do not go back to the pitcher, because that can be an easy put out. Connor Cannon takes that pitch outside. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Woodlan went 9-14 a year ago. Looks like they're, I believe, off to actually a 1-5 start already. Swing and a miss. The count will go to 1-2 on Connor Cannon. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout to end the inning for Canablo. We'll go to the bottom of the first in just a moment here on this broadcast of high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
Well, the starting lineup for Woodlan looks a little something like this. Carter Canablo is the leadoff hitter, followed by Jake Snyder. Austin Stevenson bats third. Austin Snyder bats cleanup. Dawson Leedy bats fifth. Hunter Bennett is the DH. DJ Gehrig is the second baseman who bats seventh. Ethan Vardaman bats eighth. He's the left fielder. Noah Bertle is the right fielder. He bats ninth. The catcher is number 2, Jack Culler. He will not be in the batting order for Woodlan today. He'll just be playing in the field, while Bennett bats DH in the catcher's spot, you might say. And, of course, one difference between these two teams is Woodlan is having their pitcher bat. That's Carter Canablo, as I just mentioned. New Haven is not having their pitcher bat today. New Haven starting pitcher is Caden Dyer, and he's on the mound right now, getting ready to throw to this first string of Woodlan batters. His catcher is Mason Nook. His first baseman is Colin Wycliffe. His second baseman is Jordan Johnson. His third baseman's Connor Cannon. And his shortstop is Sam Golden. That's the New Haven infield. So here is Carter Canablo to lead things off. And Canablo takes a called strike early on. Well hit ball toward right field. It's down for a base hit, and Canablo's got a leadoff single. So the first hit of the game goes to the Warriors, and that will send Jake Snyder to the plate. Snyder's a junior, plays a little outfield, shortstop, and third base, and already he's got a runner on. And one of the differences that you see right away between the high school and the college ranks, we just had a college game. The outfielders in the college game prone to play a little deeper. The outfielders here in this game playing a little bit more shallow, at least early on. Last year during the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Series and the high school games I covered, had a few more triples because of balls that were driven to the gaps, and with outfielders playing so deep, had a harder time cutting those balls off. And more hitters were able to make it to third. A 2-0 count early on here on Snyder. And Snyder lets that one go down and away. He's quickly ahead 3-0. And there's a called strike. That's called a strike. Well, Caden Dyer starting to find the strike zone after falling behind 3-0 and gave up the leadoff hit to Carter Canablo. Canablo takes off. That ball's in the dirt. It's going to be ball 4. And the Warriors get their first 2 base runners aboard. First 2 hitters on base, that is. That's going to send up Austin Stevenson. Austin Stevenson, also known as Bubba, as Caden Dyer will get a word from his coaches. I believe that's Dave Bischoff out there on the mound. And he's the head coach for New Haven, longtime head coach for New Haven.
Now batting shortstop number 10, Austin Stevenson.
New Haven is out of the Northeast 8 Conference. It's a conference that Leo is a part of. Leo won a sectional championship last year, and while they did not win a sectional championship in 2019, they put together a pretty good record. That's a pop-up going out of play, and it will land out of play.
Fans, please return all foul balls to the team dugout, and please return all foul balls to the dugout. Thank you.
The 0-1 is down and away, and that makes the count 1-1. Stevenson, a senior, plays a little bit of shortstop, second base, and catcher. He puts that one on the ground. That could be 2. They'll get the out at second. The relay to first is in time. New Haven turns a 6-4-3 double play. Sam Golden got it started. And New Haven now has a chance to potentially get out of this inning, but Austin Snyder's coming up with a runner on third. And a chance to get Woodlan on the board early on here. And Snyder with a swing and a miss. Looked like a little breaking ball there. This one is flared onto the left side of the infield. It's playable. And the catch is made by Connor Cannon. So New Haven gets out of a situation where they had runners on first and then a runner first and second and then a runner on third, and they don't give up any runs. No scores. We go to the second inning here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Bunch of skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Well, Woodlan put a runner on third in the bottom half of the first inning but did not score. And for New Haven, it'll be Mason Nuck, Jackson Turnwall, and Max Dietz coming to the plate here in the top of the second. And here is Mason Nook. He's the starting catcher for the Bulldogs. And Jackson Turnwall, you may remember him from one or two other sports. Obviously, it's not uncommon for high school athletes to be multi-sport athletes. You see that all around. That's less common when you get to the college level. You know, a lot of college athletes were multi-sport athletes in high school, but chances are they probably stopped doing so when they got to college. There are some exceptions, though. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled off by Nook, and it goes out of play off the roof. One delivery, and that's fouled to the backstop. And Nook finds himself behind in the count 0-1. Carter Canablo already has a strikeout in this game, and he's got another one. Swing and a miss. The ball got away. The throw down to first, and the Warriors will complete the strikeout. Now that would have still gone as the second strikeout of the game for Canablo, even if the throw had not been made to first in time, but obviously it was. And the Warriors get the first out of the frame. So here is Jackson Turnwald, and you might remember him from the New Haven basketball team. He takes that first pitch for a strike. Canablo looked like he hit the corner with that fastball. Turnwald was a guy who could knock him down from the outside. He may not have been scoring double figures or averaging double figures for most of the season, but the games I had him, it seemed like he was knocking three-pointers down left and right. Had a couple of his games, had him against Bishop Dwenger and Southside, Lures. He's ahead in this count 2-1 on Canablo. Canablo, I believe, has a 0.87 ERA. This one is flared down the left field line and foul. There's the 2-2 delivery on the ground toward first, scooped up at first. And there to step on the bag for the second out is Austin Snyder.
Now batting designated hitter number 16, Max Dietz.
Max Dietz will come to the plate. New Haven has yet to get a hit in this game. Woodlan has one hit so far, and it was Canablo who got that hit. He's on the mound right now. His fastball misses up and away. Also worth noting about Carter Canablo, he's got 32 strikeouts. He's only walked 2 batters. Of course, that strikeout total is up to 34 now. He's got 2 strikeouts today. Tomorrow we'll have Prairie Heights versus Eastside, as well as Northside versus Southside here at Parkview Field. Obviously, Northside versus Southside is a huge rivalry in just about every sport, whether it's basketball or football, or baseball, of course. Those are two of the oldest schools in Fort Wayne, I believe. Oh, that one hits the batter. Dietz takes a shot on the side. And New Haven's got their first base runner of the game. That'll send Colin Wycliffe to the plate. Two outs and 1 on for New Haven. They don't have a hit yet, but they just got their first base runner. That's down and away. It gets away from the catcher. Dietz is into second as Culler lost it. And now New Haven has a runner in scoring position, and a base hit could very well get him in and get the Bulldogs on the board. Swing and a miss. Perhaps Wycliffe was thinking exactly that. Wanted the base hit and the run all in one. You can obviously get that with a runner on second. Of course, you got the outfielders playing fairly in compared to how big this field is. It's 400 to straightaway center. One and two the count on Wycliffe. Swing and a miss, and Canablo has his 3rd strikeout of the game. Canablo gets a pair of strikeouts here in the 2nd inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. No score between Woodlan and New Haven on this broadcast of high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dawson Leedy to lead things off for Woodlan. He's the starting 3rd baseman for the Warriors. Carter Canablo having a pretty good game so far. He's got 3 strikeouts, and at the plate, he's got Woodlan's only hit. In fact, he's got the only hit of the game for either team, although that could change in just a matter of moments. But Leedy will take this one upstairs. And he'll start with a 1-0 count. That is flared into shallow left. It's going to be caught on the infield by Sam Golden, the shortstop. That's going to send Hunter Bennett to the plate. He's the designated hitter for Woodlan. DJ Gehrig would be next to hit for the Warriors. And if we get that far, it'll be Ethan Vardaman. First pitch swinging, that's going out of play. Now, there's nobody sitting up here in the upper deck of the bleachers right around the press box area here at Parkview Field, so nobody got hurt. Now, our cameraman, Matt Jackson, he's standing outside, right outside the booth, swinging a miss. On the ground, right back to the mound, bobbled at the mound. But Dyer's able to stay with it and get the out. And that will send DJ Garrick to the plate. 2 quick putouts by Dyer. Pitch to Garrick is down and away. Oh, they called it a strike on the corner, apparently. Sent foul to the backstop. And those might be some of the Woodlan players who came out to help retrieve that foul ball. Is that going to be a strike? No, it's not. Again, Ethan Vardaman is set to hit next if we get that far. Swung on and missed. A strikeout for Dyer, his first of the game. No score as we will go to the third inning in just a moment. You are watching high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working. And I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to. And so I send him my thing every day. And he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
Well, here's Keon Wheeler to lead things off for New Haven. Caden Dyer getting his first strikeout of the game in the bottom half of the second inning. Carter Canablo has already got 3 strikeouts. Wheeler takes a called strike. Count runs even at 1 apiece. And that one gets away. They're going to call it a strike. That'll make the count 1-2. Canablo so far having the best day out of any of the Woodland players. He's got 3 strikeouts. He's got the only hit of the game for either team. But New Haven did get a runner to third in the second inning, but a swing and a miss. And there's a strikeout of Wheeler. That's 4 strikeouts in the game for Carter Canablo. Well, here's Braden Kuhnberger, the freshman starting in left field today. And he swings and misses the first pitch. Looked like a breaking ball that time from Canablo. Top of the order is due up next. That's Sam Golden, the starting shortstop. Another swing and a miss. That time the fastball on the outer part of the plate. Canablo mixing up the pitches, that is. And here is the 0-2, and that one's going to be called a strike. Wheeler was a little surprised by that one, and he's not the only one. But as it stands, it's the 5th strikeout of the game for Carter Canablo. And here is Sam Golden, the leadoff hitter in the New Haven batting order. Starting shortstop, grounded out to second in his last at bat. Canablo paints the corner there. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Golden strikes out the side. Canablo strikes out the side. He gets Golden 2 strikeout. That's going to take us to the bottom of the third inning. A quick-moving game, no score, as we go to the bottom of the third here on this broadcast of high school baseball on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
We go to the bottom of the third inning with no score between New Haven and Woodlan. It'll be the bottom of the order due up for Woodlan. Ethan Vardaman, followed by Noah Bertle and Carter Canablo. Canablo has the only hit of the game. He's also Woodland's starting pitcher, and he's struck out 6 batters. He struck out the side in the top of the third inning moments ago. Now, Caden Dyer got his first strikeout of the game back in the second. And his defense has been pretty good behind him. Only surrendered the 1 hit to Canablo. So here is Vardaman coming to the plate. But a fairly clean game. Nobody has committed any errors today. Not for Woodlan, not for New Haven. We did have some errors in the college game just before this one. 3 on St. Francis, 2 on Indiana Tech. That first pitch misses down and away. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that one misses downstairs. That's called a strike, 2-1 on Vardaman. That one almost hits him. He's able to back away in a 3-1 count. Line shot, base hit the other way by Vardaman. A leadoff single to start off the third. The hitters count at 3-1, and Vardaman is able to get on base. That will send Noah Bergtol to the plate. The number 9 hitter in the Woodlan lineup, and then there's Carter Canablo on deck, who up until that last at bat had the only hit of the game. But now Vardaman has been able to hit his way to base, as that one misses up and away. The 1-0 on the way, a bunt drop down, that's going to roll foul. As Bergtol was trying to move the runner there to second and take away much chance of a double play. Squares to bunt again. This time keeps it fair. That will move the runner. They'll go for the tag. And the tag is applied by Wycliffe for the first out of the inning. But that does get Vardaman over to second. That'll send Canablo to the plate. He's already hit safely today. A leadoff single back in the first. And, of course, he is the leadoff hitter in the Woodlan lineup. Jake Snyder waits on deck. I think Canablo's been the only lefty to come to the plate, at least for Woodlan, as he checks his swing. That's going to be called ball one. And Canablo lifts that one into shallow center field. And the catch is made out there in center by Jackson Turnwall. Woodlan trying to take advantage of the scoring opportunity. Here's Jake Snyder. Snyder's 0 for 2 in the game so far. Or 0 for 1, I should say. Actually, beg your pardon, he actually walked back in the first inning. There's a wild pitch. That one gets away, and Vardaman's going to take off for third. He makes the turn, but then stops. And the Warriors have a runner 90 feet away. A 1-0 count on Jake Snyder. Two outs in the inning, a hit would score a run. And that's up and away for ball 2. Swing and a miss, make it 2-1 on Snyder. As I mentioned before, he walked back in the first inning. But then an inning-ending double play got Canablo to third. Did not end the inning, rather. It was the first 2 outs of the inning. But then Austin Snyder popped out to end the inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Jake Snyder, a swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and that evens the count at 2 apiece. The 2-2 flared to the right side. That stays on the infield, and that's going to be caught by Dyer to end the inning. Woodlan threatens, but they don't get a run. We remain scoreless as we go to the 4th. You're watching high school baseball right here on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Third baseman number 21, Connor Cannon.
Connor Cannon to lead off the 4th inning for New Haven. Nobody has scored yet in the game as Woodlan has gotten 2 hits. New Haven does not have a hit yet. A swing and a miss to start off the frame. Beg your pardon, already 1 out in the inning. Swing and a miss, and Cannon falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Carter Canablo. He continues to strike him out in this game. That's going to send Mason Knock to the plate. Line drive up the middle, and it's going to be caught out in center field. The catch made by Woodland center fielder Jake Snyder for the final out of the inning. As New Haven nearly got their first hit of the game, but they're unable to do so. And we go to the bottom of the 4th in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
I came into PSM my freshman year after volleyball. Just coming here just really improved like mentally and physically. I brought in my strengths. I came in and I learned how to grow as an athlete. I mean, I've gotten stronger, sprint faster, get up higher. My jump has elevated. Working with Tyler, he built up my endurance for everything, whether it's in weights, sprints. All across the board, we just keep working, and I have athlete development at Warsaw High School that I go to, and so I send him my thing every day, and he changes what we do in here to adapt to what we do there. High school volleyball, when you can go up to 5 sets, being able to just outwork everybody and still being able to put in that 100% was huge for me. PSM performance definitely helped me mentally. I know I can beat out people. I know I can work for what I have, and I know I can even go to the next level on the court. Looking at college, I can put on it. I'm training at a college level. I mean, I come in here and I watch college athletes train. You have hockey players, soccer. You look around and you see every type you can. Just being able to see that level, and I know that I can reach that level as well. You got to work to be the best, and that was just what I wanted to do. I knew that from a young age. I wanted to put in the work.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, I mean, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, I mean, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Austin Stevenson, Austin Snyder, and Dawson Leedy coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nobody's been able to score yet, but Woodlan looking to break through. They almost did. Gotten runners to third on 2 occasions. It happened in the 1st inning, then it happened again in the 3rd, but they were not able to get any runs across. It's a bit of a pitcher's duel, although the strikeout's heavily in favor of Carter Canablo. He's got 8 strikeouts. As for New Haven's Caden Dyer, he may have just 1 strikeout in the game, but his defense has been pretty good behind him. His fastball misses away. Austin Stevenson grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Hits a grounder to the left side this time. Diving stab by Golden. Long throw. Got him! Sam Golden with a throw to first. And how about the backhand in addition to that? That's some Golden defense over at shortstop. And that'll send Austin Snyder to the plate. That one's down and away. 2-0 the count. As Austin Snyder stands in, he popped out to third to end the 1st inning his last time up. That was when the Warriors had a runner on third. That, of course, was Canablo. He foul-tipped that one into the glove. Dawson Leedy waiting on deck. This game got started at 7:30. Followed a college game between Indiana Tech and St. Francis. Indiana Tech won that one 18-1. And it's quickly a 3-1 count on Austin Snyder. Here's the 3-1 delivery from Dyer, and Snyder with a swing and a miss goes after a breaking ball, and it's 3-2. Just 1 strikeout so far for Dyer. That one gets away. That's ball 4. Austin Snyder becomes the 4th Woodland base runner to reach base. Jake Snyder walked earlier today. Carter Canablo and Ethan Vardaman have the 2 base hits for the Warriors. Here's Dawson Leedy. He's popped out to short in his only at bat so far. And barring a double play, it would be Hunter Bennett to bat next. 1-0 the count here on Leedy. Throw back to first, and diving back in safely is Snyder. Look back again, and Dyer will not make the throw this time. Squaring to bunt was Leedy. He pulls it back. They're going to call it a strike. Another look back, and no throw. Throw back to first, long lead there by Leedy, but he's able to get back in time, or rather Snyder able to get back in time. Leedy's at the plate. It's a lot of throws over to first. I think it's in the NCAA where there's a limit as to how many times you can throw to first per at bat. I think the limit is 3. Called strike, make it 1-2 on Dawson Leedy. Here's the 1-2, up and away. Here's the 2-2, and that is launched down the left field line, but it's going to hook foul. That pitch looked like it was well upstairs, and Leedy went after it and gave it a ride. Rather sparse crowd for this game, and that might have a little something to do with the rather chilly weather that we've got here in Fort Wayne today. Had highs of 45, that was it. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. And Dyer gets his second strikeout of the game in a long battle with Leedy. Dyer wins it. That'll send Hunter Bennett to the plate. There goes the runner. Throw down to first, and that is not going to be in time. Snyder able to swipe second base. That pitch was called a ball. It's going to be a 1-0 count on Bennett. That pitch misses 2-0 the count. Once again, Woodlan has a scoring opportunity. They've put runners at third base in 2 different innings. They did it once in the first and once more in the third. Neither of those runners came home. That's downstairs, and the count goes to 3-0. That pitch is a strike. Bennett likely taking all the way. Swing and a miss, and that'll run the count full. The payoff on the way, and that is in there for a called strike. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dyer to end the threat. Well, the pitcher's duel continues. New Haven and Woodlan remain scoreless as we go to the fifth here on SummitCitySports.com.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Bunch of skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level. Catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Well, Carter Canablo's been wheeling and dealing today, although he misses outside with that first pitch to Jackson Turnwall. He's got 8 strikeouts in the game. Now, Caden Dyer, he's got 3 strikeouts, but his defense has also been making some nice plays. That's a well-hit ball by Turnwall, and it's going to be caught out in center field. Another good play by Jake Snyder to take a hit away from Turnwall. That's going to send Max Dietz to the play. New Haven's been able to put some good contact on the ball, but they have not gotten a hit yet. Canablo gets ready and delivers, and his first pitch is a strike. Little breaking ball on the inside corner. And he gets himself out ahead of Dietz 0-1. Wastes no time with a second delivery, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. That's up and in. Oh, they called it strike 3. That was an interesting call. I thought that was up and in for ball 1. Instead, Dietz gets rung up, and it's the second out of the inning. Colin Wycliffe is the batter, the starting first baseman for New Haven. Woodlan has out hit New Haven 2-0 so far in this game, and that's fouled to the backstop. Here's the 0-1 breaking ball, and it misses outside. Swing and a miss. Wycliffe got fooled by that breaking ball. And that slap foul, Wycliffe able to stay alive for the time being. Swing and a miss, and that's strikeout number 10 for Carter Canablo. Canablo wheeling and dealing. He's got 10 strikeouts through 5, but nobody has scored yet. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Well, it looks like we might have a new pitcher in for New Haven. At first glance, I thought that was Colin Wycliffe. Wycliffe's number 24 on the New Haven roster. But it looks like Dyer's day will be done after 4 innings of work.
Leading off for the Warriors in the bottom of the 5th inning, second baseman number 9, DJ Garrett.
And DJ Garrig will lead things off for Woodlan. Garrigg's 0 for 2 in the game so far. No one has scored yet. Woodland's had a couple of chances to get a run on the board, but they've not been able to cash in. That's up and away for a ball. Garrig, Vardaman, and Bergtal set to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. That is off the plate. And it's a 2-0 count immediately on DJ Garrig. Now, his name is actually spelled D-E-J-A-Y. It's not the DJ initials. That's called a strike. That looked low and inside from my vantage point. Now, the umpire always has to make judgment calls. He's got a better vantage point than I would. But that's up and away, 3-1 the count. There's always going to be judgment calls in the game of baseball. And obviously in the Major League game, there have been some expansions as far as replay is concerned, but that has not made its way to the high school level. And I doubt that it ever will. Obviously, there's a lot more coverage of high school baseball, and we're certainly pleased to bring it to you here on Summit City Sports. As a fly ball is lifted foul and out of play. But there's always going to remain calls that will remain judgment calls. In some cases probably should, like balls and strikes. With balls and strikes, you're stopping things in the middle of an at-bat. If you're trying to review that stuff. There's a ball in the dirt, that's ball 4. A leadoff walk to DJ Garrig, and that will send Ethan Vardaman to the plate. Throw back to first, and it's not in time. Garrick gets back in. I believe the only time that the leadoff man has been aboard for Woodlan was in the first inning when Carter Canablo had a leadoff single. And Canablo's got 10 strikeouts in the game. Swing and a miss. There goes the runner. Garrick into second. Throw gets into the outfield. But a good job to back it up, as Jackson Turnwall came in to make sure that that ball didn't go too far. Count is 0-1 on Vardaman, and now Vardaman could potentially get Woodlan on the board with just a single base hit. He takes that one down in the dirt. That'll even the count at 1 apiece. Woodlan has 2 hits. Vardaman has 1 of them. And actually, that was a leadoff single in the 3rd inning, so both he and Canablo have leadoff singles today. There's the 1-1. He squares to bunt, and Vardaman able to pull it back. That was a big secondary lead by Garrick over at second, but they're able to look him back to the bag. Meanwhile, it's a 2-1 count on Vardaman. Number 9 hitter Noah Bergtil is on deck. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and Vardaman strikes out. And I want to correct myself. That's actually Connor Cannon who's on the mound. So Connor Cannon is able to get his first strikeout of the game. First pitch, squaring to bunt, is Bergtil, and he pulls it back. Two 2-0 the count. The pitch misses upstairs. They look back to second, and Garrick is back in safely. (2-0) on the way. That's a breaking ball called a strike on the inside corner. Squared to bunt again, and that's going to be called strike 2. Now Mark Coos, not sure if he wanted to have a quick word with Bergtil or if he was questioning whether that should have been a strike call. Thought that maybe Bergtil pulled the bat back. But here's the 2-2 delivery, and it's up and away. The count runs full. Woodlan looking to cash in here. They've had runners in scoring position a couple of times tonight and have not been able to cash in. Still just one out here in the bottom of the 5th. Shot foul and out of play. I think that was just a sound effect here at the ballpark. That crashing glass that, I'm not sure if you folks heard it. You might have. It sounded like the same crashing glass is often heard in TV shows. Swing and a miss, the ball gets away. The throw down to first, and that will complete the strikeout. So that's back-to-back strikeouts for Connor Cannon. And now New Haven's got a great chance to get out of this 5th inning unscathed. But here is Carter Canablo, 1 for 2 at the plate so far today, and he's also got 10 strikeouts on the mound. First pitch swinging, and it's a line shot to right field, and that's down for a hit on its way to the track. And in to score is Gehrig. It's an RBI triple as Canablo pulls into third. And Woodlan takes a 1-0 lead. DJ Gehrig walked to lead off the inning. Stole second, and then Canablo drives him in, and that could be it for Connor Cannon. It looks like Dave Bischoff out there to take the ball, and he doesn't have anyone warming up in the bullpen, though, so unless he's making the change from his infield or his outfield, Connor Cannon could very well stay in there. Jake Snyder is set to hit next. He's 0 for 1. He's also walked. Chance to add to the lead for Woodlan as Snyder's got Canablo camped out there at third. Canablo, who has the 10 strikeouts on the mound, now he's got 2 hits, 2 for 3 total for the day, and an RBI. A bunt dropped down, it goes foul. That might just have done the job had it stayed fair. Looked like Canablo got a pretty good jump over there at third. But the bunt goes foul, and we'll see if they keep the bunt sign on for Snyder. Austin Stevenson is on deck. Here's the 0-1. That's a breaking ball that misses down and away. Well, they didn't have him square to bunt that time. Flared into left center field, sliding effort, and it is down for a base hit, I think. Yes, it is down for a base hit. Jake Snyder cashes in with an RBI single. And that will send Austin Stevenson to the plate. Throw back to first, and Snyder digs back in. There goes the runner. Snyder on his way to second. He's safe. A stolen base for Snyder. Here's the 1-1, and that's in the dirt. So Austin Stevenson now ahead in the count at 2-1, and he's got an RBI opportunity. Carter Canablo cashed in with a runner at second, and then Snyder drove Canablo in from third. Canablo with the RBI triple just moments ago. And a little flare into right field. This is playable, though. And it's going to be caught by the right fielder, Wheeler. Keon Wheeler makes the catch for the final out of the inning. And we will go to the 6th inning. Woodlan up 2-0 over New Haven here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referral.
First pitch is a ball. This is Eli Exner leading off the top of the 6th inning. He's pinch hitting in Keon Wheeler's spot. Wheeler caught the final out of the 5th inning. There's a called strike, make it 1-1. Exner's a senior, plays a little bit of first base and pitcher, some of the positions he's listed at. Swing and a miss. Carter Canablo, by the way, is still in the game. He drove in the game's first run, and that was followed by Jake Snyder's RBI single. Canablo drove in the first run by way of a triple. And Jake Snyder was playing in right field. And Canablo drove it right over his head. 2-2 the count here on Exner. Here's Canablo's delivery, lifted to right center field. That looks to be playable, and it is. The catch made over at second base by DJ Gehrig. That'll send Kuhnberger to the plate. Braden Kuhnberger's 0 for 1. He's one of 10 strikeout victims in the game. For Carter Canablo. Swing and a miss. Goes up and away with that fastball. And the count is 0-1. Here's Canablo. That one's downstairs, 1-1. Line foul, and that's going out of play. A good jump there by Kuhnberger off the bat, but could not keep it fair. 1-2 the count. That's ball 2 to Kuhnberger. And that's down and away. 3-2 the count. Now lined right toward the Woodlan dugout. Luckily it hit off the little barricade down there, a little fence down there in front of the players. Count remains 3-2. Canablo delivers. And that's line foul again. Good battle being put together here by Kuhnberger. Swing and a miss. Canablo gets the strikeout. Strikeout number 11 for the game. That brings us back to the top of the order, and Sam Golden. And it looks like Canablo is going to be relieved of his job. Well, Canablo has not given up a hit in this game. That's right, he had a no-hitter going, and Woodlan's going to go to the bullpen. A no-hitter, 11 strikeouts. Only one base runner allowed, and that was on a hit batsman with Max Dietz at the plate. We'll tell you more about the pitching change here in just a second. Back in a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help. With their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
Well, Carter Canablo had a no-hitter going. He had not given up a hit through 5 2/3 innings pitched. He had struck out 11 batters, and now Woodlan has made a pitching change. This is Noah Aquaviva, called upon to try and finish off the 6th inning. Aquaviva is a sophomore, and he's going to try and keep New Haven from putting a threat together.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 10, Sam Golden.
Sam Golden is next to hit for the Bulldogs. He is the leadoff hitter in their lineup. Golden has not reached base today. He's grounded out and struck out. They had him squaring to bunt there. He pulls it back and takes ball 1. There's the 1-0 to Golden, and that looked like a pretty good pitch. Doesn't get the strike call, though. Swung on and missed. Might have been foul tipped into the glove. That'll make it 2-1. There's a 2-1 delivery from Aquaviva. Swung on and missed. Looked like a little breaking ball that tied Golden up. And that's slapped the other way, but foul. And Golden will try it again. On the ground toward the mound. Aquaviva's got it. Long throw. Throws it away. And with 2 outs, New Haven has got a runner aboard. Only their second base runner of the game as Jordan Johnson will come to the plate. Swung on and missed. Could not catch up to the fastball. 0-1 the count on Johnson. That one's outside, ball 1. Throw back to first, and Golden's able to dig back in safely. Swung on and missed, 1-2 the count on Johnson. Connor Cannon is on deck if we get that far. If you're just joining us, Carter Canablo had a no-hitter going through 5 2/3 innings. Swung on and missed. That's strike 3. Oh no, a foul tip. Johnson got a piece of it. It would have been strike 3 had he not gotten a piece of it. But he gets at least one more pitch to go up against. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. That's strike 3. So in the end, Aquaviva gets the job done. He gets his first strikeout of the game. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning with Woodlan leading 2-0 here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Woodlan leads it 2-0. They'll have Austin Snyder, Dawson Leedy, and Hunter Bennett coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Not a whole lot of hits today. Woodlan has out-hit New Haven 4-0. Now, Carter Canablo pitched a no-hitter through 5 2/3 innings, but then he was pulled after getting the second out of the 6th inning. And Noah Aquaviva was able to get the final out of the inning despite a throwing error the at-bat before. Meanwhile, a 1-0 count to Snyder. And Snyder takes that one downstairs 2-0. Flared to the right side. Is that going to get down? No, it's not, and it's going to be caught. The catch made on the warning track by Wycliffe.
Now batting number 4, Dawson Leedy.
Here's Dawson Leedy with 1 out and nobody on. He's 0 for 2 today. Pop up to short and a strikeout in the game. Hunter Bennett is on deck, and then if we get that far, it'll be DJ Gehrig coming to the plate for Woodlan. That first pitch, I'm not sure if that dug in the dirt. Looked like it did. It's going to be a 1-0 count to start things out to Leedy. That's down and away. They're going to call that one a strike. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball, that's called a strike. And Leedy falls behind in the count 0-2. Hunter Bennett waiting on deck. Swung on and missed a ball in the dirt. Have to throw to first to complete the strikeout, and they get the out. The stretch by Wycliffe was good enough to get the out on a good throw by Nook. Mason Nook, the catcher, making the throw to first. And that will send Hunter Bennett to the plate. 2 down and nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Well, it looks like we've actually got a pinch hitter. That's Blake Reed. Batting in Bennett's spot, and he pops that one foul and out of play. Here's the 0-1, slap foul, out of play again. Actually off the backstop that time. Reed chops another one foul. DJ Gehrig would hit next if we get that far. It's Woodlan trying to win for, I believe, the second time this season. Carter Canablo is 1-2 on the season. He started this game, and he's in line to get the win if Woodlan can hold on. But New Haven will look to mount a rally in the 7th inning. Right now they're trying to keep this 2-0 score as it is. Flared into shallow right. It's playable, but it drops. A base hit for Blake Reed, a pinch hit single. And then DJ Gehrig will come to the plate with 1 on and 2 down. Swing and a miss by Gehrig. There goes the runner. Reed taking off for second, and he steals it. Reed had the pinch hit single just moments ago, and now he's in scoring position for DJ Gehrig. And a called strike 3 on the corner to Gehrig, and the inning is over. Woodlan with a 2-0 lead will go to the 7th, and the Warriors will look to close out the Bulldogs here on SummitCitySports.com.
There are tons of benefits to using compression therapy, but my favorite are speeding up muscle recovery, reducing swelling and inflammation, and improving my athletic performance.
Your kids grow up quick, and there's a lot to teach them. Some lessons they won't pick up in school. Some they'll learn the hard way. But when it's time to give them the keys to their finances, we'll be there to help with their first checking account and the tools they need to make sense of their money. And even though they're off on their own, you'll be able to check in to see how they're doing. Raising your children is important, and teaching them about money is a big deal. So ProFed makes it easy. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing.
To the top of the 7th inning we go. Noah Aquaviva is back out there on the mound. He got the final out of the 5th inning after Carter Canablo had pitched a no-hitter through 5 2/3. And now Aquaviva will try to keep it as a no-hitter. At the very least, keep it as a 2-0 lead for Woodlan. Warriors going for the combined no-hitter against the New Haven Bulldogs. This is Connor Cannon at the plate to lead things off here in the 7th. First pitch swinging right to short. And the throw to first is in time from Stevenson. Austin Stevenson able to make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. And Cannon is retired. Here's Mason Knock. New Haven suffered a no-hitter last year at home against Northrop. It was Luke Siren who threw the no-hitter. Breaking ball, that almost hit him. Jackson Turnwall would hit next. While New Haven has been no hit thus far, they are right within striking distance. That one's downstairs. 2-0 the count on Mason Knock. Mason Knock has struck out and lined out to center. 1 strikeout so far for Aquaviva. Carter Canablo had 11. Up the middle, past Aquaviva, and that's a base hit. And it gets away out in center field. That continues to roll. It's going to be extra bases, 1 extra base. Mason Nook breaks up the no-hitter. And you had the error out there in center field when Snyder went to field the ball, couldn't field it cleanly. And that will send Jackson Turnwall to the plate. He represents the tying run. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. Here's the 0-1. That's close, but no strike call. New Haven with a runner in scoring position. They got a chance to get on the board. They've already broken up the no-hitter. Mason Nook took care of that, and that's in the dirt. And now Nook's going to take off for third. The throw down there is not in time. It's a 2-1 count on Turnwald. And now the Bulldogs with a runner 90 feet away. Laced foul and out of play, a 2-2 count on Jackson Turnwald. That's in the dirt. And Kuhnberger's able to scoop it up. Count runs full, meanwhile, on Turnwald. Max Dietz is on deck. Here's the payoff on the ground but foul. The payoff to Turnwall. That's ball 4, and New Haven's got runners on the corners. And here comes Max Dietz, and this might be another pitching change as Mark Coos is on his way out to the mound. Don't see anybody in the bullpen. Might bring somebody in from the outfield. But it looks like Aquaviva might be done. Well, we will be right back in just a moment here on SummitCitySports.com.
Here at Always 100, we have different things that we provide each week with our elite training, working on things that can help them get a scholarship in the future if they don't have one right now. Watching skill development, helping kids get better, understanding what it takes to get to the next level, catching and shooting, working on ball handling. In the last 5 years, we had over 200 kids that's able to play basketball at some places from the NAIA, Division III, Division II, or Division I level.
Well, Woodlan had a combined no-hitter going through 6 1/3 innings. The no-hitter has been broken up. It was Mason Knock who got the single up the middle that broke up the no-hitter, and moments ago Jackson Turnwall walked to first. And now New Haven has got runners on the corners. And now Max Dietz represents the go-ahead run. New pitcher, meanwhile, for Woodlan is Austin Snyder. Austin Snyder had been the starting first baseman, and now he moves over to pitch. And I think Noah Aquaviva, who was just on the mound, has moved over to first. Right now, Snyder just looking to preserve the lead. Perhaps the shutout for Woodlan. The ground ball could very well result in a double play, but the first pitch misses outside, and it's 1-0 on Dietz. Swung on and missed, went outside, maybe with a little breaking ball there. 1-1 the count. On the ground, back to the mound. They're going to go to first and concede the run. But New Haven is on the board. Max Dietz drives home the run. And also advances Turnwall to second, so now the tying run is in scoring position for the Bulldogs. This is Mason Ehrman standing in the pinch hit, and he grounds it back up the middle. Snyder, the throw to first. Game over. Woodlan wins it. Austin Snyder makes the long throw to end the ball game. And Woodlan gets the victory over New Haven. 2-1 is your final. New Haven put together a little rally there in the 7th inning, but it's Woodlan who gets the victory in the end. They out-hit New Haven 5-1. And our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to be Carter Canablo. He pitches 5 2/3 no-hit innings, 11 strikeouts, and drives in the first run of the game on an RBI triple. Carter Canablo, the Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And that will do it from here at Parkview Field. We'll see you from here again tomorrow. Prairie Heights versus Eastside and Northside versus Southside for more of the Parkview Sports Medicine Baseball Series. For now, for my cameraman Matt Jackson, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Parkview Field. You have been watching high school baseball right here on SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Dealing with joint pains, sprains, strains, or back pain? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, Ortho Express has specialized orthopedic physicians on staff when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more.